All right, so let's see what happens to Laura. So she walks into the clinic. Now, a clinic is just basically, in Taiwan, we have these little places where doctors are, and you can ask them to, you can go see the doctor if you're sick, if you're hurt, or if you're feeling uncomfortable. You can always go to a clinic instead of a big hospital.
Yeah, clinics are more likely to be local, maybe only 1 or 2 doctors instead of a big place. If it's something serious, the doctor in the clinic will say, okay, let's get you to the hospital to see a specialist or something. Okay, now Laura is still walking, so she can't be too bad.
Hopefully.
But there we go. The doctor obviously knows her because he says, "Hi Laura, what can I assist you with today?" So assist is kind of a slightly more formal way of saying help. He's basically saying, what's wrong? What can I do to help you?
Okay, Laura says, I injured myself playing basketball. I fell and hurt my ankle trying to run for the ball. So maybe Pat didn't see this because he just saw them getting a score. He saw Laura scoring a point. He didn't see that Laura fell down and she hurt her ankle. Uh-oh, it's all right. Next time we will know. Let her warm up first. So we see the word injure here. Injure here is a verb and it means to become hurt or harmed. And you can get an injury, which is a noun, and it means to suffer from like a wound or to suffer from getting
some
hurt.
kind of body takes damage, basically. An injury is your body takes damage. It could be outside, it could be inside as well.
That's right. So it could be like falling down and scraping your arm or getting a cut or something. And it can also be something inside as well, such as spraining your ankle, because we cannot see the muscles inside of your ankle or inside of your body. Now we can say in an example sentence, Johnson was badly injured in the car crash.
Okay, he took a lot of injuries, which is the plural form. Okay, so the doctor takes a look at Laura's ankle and he says, well, it's a sprain. Your ankle is very swollen. So we learned about sprain as a verb yesterday. I said it could be used as a noun, and there we go. It is a sprain. You've sprained your ankle. It's a sprain. He also says your ankle is very swollen. Swollen is an interesting word because it's an adjective, but it's also the PP of the verb swell. So it's swell, swell, and then you can either say swelled or swollen. It's one of those words which has 2 PP forms. Now, to swell means something gets bigger than normal, and usually when we're talking about the body, it kind of means it gets red and it's painful and it hurts when you touch it. So, Laura's ankle, we can say it has swollen if we're using the verb, or she has a swollen ankle. That's using the adjective like in the article. Another way to say it would be puffed up.
All right.
Okay, we say, oh, my ankle's puffed up, my elbow's puffed up, something like that. Now, this can happen as a result of an infection. Maybe something gets in there and it starts causing problems. Your body also swells as a natural process of looking after itself.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it sends special chemicals to the place where there's damage, and because the chemicals are there, it's swollen, it gets red, it gets bigger. It's normal, okay?
Oh, no wonder.
Here's another example. My skin is all red and swollen where the mosquito bit me.
Oh, those
And I
mozzies.
believe that happens to you. You get quite swollen.
I do. I get swollen all the time because of mosquito bites and maybe other things as well. So, yeah, when you swell up, it just means you kind of something becomes bigger and it puffs up. This actually reminds me of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yes.
Have you guys read this story?
I have.
I remember Violet Beauregard, was it?
I think so,
the gum chewing,
She
the gum chewing
swells
girl.
up.
Yeah, she swells up and becomes a blueberry, I remember. So yeah, that's what it means. To swell up, to become bigger and bigger and bigger. All right, so next, let's continue reading. Now the doctor says, try to stay off it as much as you can for the next few days.
So stay off it. What does that mean?
It means to not use your muscle anymore. So you kind of, don't put a lot of pressure on it. You try to rest as much as you can.
Yeah.
So especially if you sprain your ankle, if you sprain a part of your body, the best is not to use that muscle as much.
Yeah, you can walk around a bit, but don't do anything you shouldn't do. Don't lean on it and so on. The doctor also says, I'll wrap a bandage around it to keep it in place. So this verb wrap is got a W. It's a silent W, but it's there, wrap. And when you wrap something, material is used to cover something, especially when it's wound around the sides and over the top, or just kind of folded over it. So think about wrapping a baby nice and tightly when it goes to sleep. Here, to wrap something around Laura's legs, the doctor will just go around and around several times, and it'll kind of stay fairly solid and supported. Now, another thing you often wrap, and something I know very personally, is gifts and presents. And I am extremely bad at wrapping Christmas and birthday presents.
Oh, no.
They just look ugly. I'm not an elegant, I don't have nice picture-perfect presents. Mine just look a little bit rubbish.
We can say it's an artistic Pat's art or something.
No, we can't. We can just say that's a poor job.
That's bad wrapping. Now we see the word bandage, and it's basically a covering we use, and it's usually a cloth, and it protects your wound. So you kind of use this cloth to wrap around the place where your body has been hurt. Now we can also use something called band-aids as well, but band-aids are more like you stick it in one place. And now those in Chinese are called OK-bong. So usually bandages are used to cover something, you wrap it around something. But if you want something really simple, you can use band-aids. Okay, for example, we can say the doctors wrapped a bandage around the cut on the boy's knee. So that means he took this cloth and wrapped it around that part where the boy was injured, his knee.
Yeah, now the bandages they've kind of got two main purposes. One is to cover up a cut or something, and because bandages are clean, that means the cut won't get infected, and it can kind of cure itself while it's not getting attacked by stuff from the outside. But bandages are also good because they hold things in place. If something is in place, it is where it is supposed to be. So we could talk about, is everybody in place for the start of a show, for example? Here, however, it means keeping Laura's ankle where it should be and supporting it by holding it in place, kind of giving it special covering. Therefore, it's stronger and it doesn't bend and it doesn't twist, and especially it doesn't break.
Ouch.
Okay, so it's just because her joint, her body and her bones maybe can't take her weight, but if you wrap it and tie it up, it's going to be stronger and that'll be better for her. That's
right. So Laura then says, I guess I should be more careful next time. So yeah, she says that, you know, she should have been better safe than sorry, right? She should have maybe warmed up a bit and maybe tell Pat, no, I insist, or I really need to warm up or something. So that's what she said.
Yeah, no, don't listen to Pat. He's an idiot. Okay, the doctor he's not going to yell at Laura for this. He's not going to say, don't do it again. He says, well, accidents happen, you know, so it's okay. We all get injured. He does say, though, but warming up can help prevent something like this in the future. Okay, of course Laura knew that. Of course everybody knows that. But as a doctor, you kind of have to say that just to remind people.
Yeah, so yeah, we learned that warming up is very important, especially if you're going to play sports or especially if you're going to do any kind of physical activity. Okay, Laura says, I'll keep that in mind. Now, when you keep something in mind, this phrase just means that you will try to remember something. So you'll try to remember this fact, or you'll try to remember what someone else said. For example, we can say, I'll keep in mind that Chris doesn't like pineapple on his pizza.
Yeah,
okay?
So that means don't order a pineapple one like a Hawaiian because Chris won't like it. Okay, so Laura she's fairly happy now, but she just wants to check. She says, so I don't need a cast or surgery or anything? Now, a cast, we talked about bandages and band-aids, the OK-bond. A cast is one step up from that. It's a hard bandage. It's made of plaster, it's made of other materials, and it keeps broken bones in place and also free from infection while your body repairs itself. And of course, it gives the supporting strength so that you don't suffer any further damage. So if you have a cast, it's those solid things, the white things, people can write on them, and it just means you can't move your arm or leg or whatever in any way at all, so that the broken bones get a chance to get back together and fix themselves.
In the right place as well.
Yes, not broken off in a strange way. So if you have a serious broken bone, you would need a cast.
Right, and maybe if it's really, really bad, you might have to get surgery. Now, surgery is basically a treatment where a doctor will have to cut inside your body and fix the things inside of your body. So things that we cannot see right now. So for example, bones, we can't see this. So if you have a broken bone, then you might need to get surgery to fix the bone inside, or you know, something inside of the body that needs special attention. Okay. Doctors who specialize in this, or doctors who can do surgery, they're called surgeons, S-U-R-G-E-O-N-S. Surgeon or surgeons, plural form. So they are the doctors who specialize in doing surgery.
Yeah, we can also say operations. You do an operation. The doctor says, luckily, no. It should heal just fine on its own. So the verb heal means to restore something or someone to full health, okay? Your body does very slowly heal itself. If you get a cut, it will close up, new skin will grow, bones will repair and fix themselves. Sometimes the doctor is needed to help heal someone who's very badly damaged, like Tiffany was saying about repairing the bones so they fit together properly. The doctor can help heal you with medicine by giving you things to help your body. But a lot of what the doctor does is figure out what's wrong with you and then find a way to help the human body heal itself. Okay? Here's an example sentence. It took several days for the cut on my leg to heal. So everything's good, right?
That's good. But actually, Laura mentioned something else. She says, there's one other thing I forgot to mention. I'm also feeling a bit dizzy. So dizzy means you kind of feel light in the head. You kind of...
Room spinning a bit.
Exactly.
So the doctor asks, did you hit your head when you fell?
Okay, yeah, that usually happens. If you fall down and you accidentally hit your head is going to hurt a little bit and you're going to feel a little bit, you know, lightheaded and dizzy. Laura says, I don't remember. Everything happened so fast. And the doctor, he kind of checks her out now. Normally then a doctor might get that little light and shine it in your eyes. And he says, you might be suffering from a mild concussion. Now something that is mild is not strong. It's not violent. It's not severe. It's not extreme. It's kind of a very minor thing. A mild injury is a minor injury. A mild taste doesn't taste very strong. Here's an example. I have a mild headache, but it's not too bad. So it's not a really strong one that means you just can't do anything. It's just, I've got a little bit of a headache. Right. It might hurt just for a little bit, and then you'll be fine after a few hours.
But a concussion is more serious.
The concussion is really serious because it's an injury to your brain. So when you hit something very hard, it's like your brain is getting injured, and that's actually super dangerous if you have a really, really bad concussion. Sometimes you might end up, you know, blacking out.
Yeah, just faint.
And then it's hard for people to wake up.
Yeah, they can lose their memories. They could lose other things if they take really difficult brain damage because it controls everything.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so if she's got a mild concussion, it's not too bad, but the doctor says you should lie down here and get some rest just in case, okay? Again, wait for the body to fix itself. Now this phrase, just in case, is like that phrase we saw yesterday, better safe than sorry. Just in case means to do something because the possibility exists that something is wrong. So you should take action to prevent it, even if you're not certain whether it's real or not. So it's pretty much the same as better safe than sorry. You know, don't do anything stupid. Find a way to fix it just in case there is a problem.
That's right. So Laura says, wow, today just isn't my day. I'm a walking disaster. So she's like, okay, she's having a really bad day. She is a walking disaster. Now, walking disaster here is our shortcut for you. So let's check out what it means and we'll be right back to finish the article.